What large company's products have really diminished in quality since the company has grown? I don't know how applicable this is, but the service and everything at Macy's isn't what it used to be 15 years ago. I remember going to buy a suit and one of the guys there measured me and helped walk me through buying a new suit. Today I'm lucky if I can get someone to see if they have my size shoe in the back. They used to pay commission and people had a reason to learn about the service they were providing. Craftsman tools. My dad when I moved out gave me a set of tools from Craftsman Tools because he loves his from the 80s. My hammerhead snapped off about a year in when I was using it. Pinterest. It's overrun with ads and spam accounts now and not user friendly. It's also taken over Google image search, making it useless. eBay. It used to be a giant yard sale. The final value fees used to be lower. There used to be listing fees which filtered out the listings unless the seller was serious about selling. It used to be possible to leave negative feedback for buyers. Klondike bars. They just get smaller and smaller and the price stays the same. What gives? They are pushing the envelope, seeing to what limits people will go for a Klondike bar. Panera Bread. I used to work at one when I was in high school in 2012. Fresh ingredients, awesome food, decent quality for a not too shabby price. They were bought out a few years ago. The difference in quality is astounding. They even got rid of the Gouda cheese on the bacon turkey bravo to cut costs. Everything has plummeted in quality while they've raised the prices. Discovery Channel. National Geographic. They used to have some great content, good documentaries and interesting stuff. Now it's too much fake but reality gold digging porn shipping cartoning garbage. History Channel 2. Post's honeycombs. It used to be my favorite cereal until they changed the way they make it and now it doesn't taste very good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed this disaster. They ruined that cereal. Levi. Used to be their jeans were amazing. Heck, I have Levi's from the 80s that look as awesome now as they were 30 years ago. But now they seem to hire contractors. I bought 2 jeans, same identical size, according to the label, and style. One was too small, the other too big. They were both worn through within a year. I never buy Levi anymore. Yankee candles. Everyone does copies now and they're just not interested in upping the candle game. Check out Kringle candles. Made by the original family that sold Yankee. They're what Yankee Candle used to be with good long-lasting scents. Carhartt. Before moving production to Mexico they were a premium work outdoor clothes manufacturer. A pair of Carhartt pants could get beat up for years and not show a scratch. The fit was comfortable and the pants were designed with a little extra fabric to optimize them for wear during physically demanding work. After the move, quality went to crap. The extra fabric and stitching that set them above the competition was done away with and the price doubled. I got a winter coat from them from before they went to crap. Got it back in middle school to grow into and now it fits me perfectly and only has the occasional stain. Other than that, no wear or damage. Bath and Body Works lotions used to be large, 10 ounces bottles and the fragrances were incredible. Then, they dropped down to 8 ounces bottles and kept eliminating their best fragrances and adding line extensions, room fresheners, candles, etc. But the price goes up, and the lotions don't seem like really great stuff anymore. I only go to Bath and Body Works for the candles. I've gotten their lotions as gifts before and I'm just not impressed. Pyrex. I haven't seen anyone else say it here yet, but in the US they changed from borosilicate glass to soda lime, which isn't as durable. I've heard Remington quality has gone to crap too, which is sad because I wanted an R700 but have to try to find an older one or look for something else now. Tim Hortons. Bought by Burger King and the quality of everything plummeted. People keep telling me that Tim Hortons coffee used to be good and their baked in store goods were actually baked in store, from scratch, every day. I have a hard time believing it had. I'm struggling to think of one in my life that hasn't. As companies get bigger and especially when they become public, more and more profit is demanded and at some point you run out of actually efficiency improvements and have to cut corners elsewhere. Lego are still awesome. Schwinn. Sold out to Walmart. Makes total crap bicycles now. Breyers ice cream started out as a local ice cream truck in the Philadelphia area in the 19th century, known for using fresh ingredients up until it grew into a huge company. Today its quality is so low that they have to call a lot of their flavors frozen dairy desserts instead of ice cream because the ingredients are so artificial. This is the ice cream my hippie parents used to buy as a treat when I was a kid. Ike. That was because the ingredients were natural. Now it's gross. History Channel. Victoria's Secret. I need a maximum support sports bra and I finally found one from them about 8 months ago that worked. Went back last month and got the same bra but they changed the clasp in the front to a way cheaper model which unclasped very shortly into my run and proceeded to stab my boob. I feel like their quality has gone so severely downhill over the last couple of years. I used to buy all my undies from there but they're just so cheap feeling now. I switched over to Ari and haven't looked back. Dunkin' Donuts. I remember when they actually served freshly baked, in-store, donuts. Now they taste stale. They seem to care more about the drinks now than donuts and bagels. I've noticed the quality has gone down on both the last few years, even more now that they have dropped the donuts from their name, and they stopped serving onion bagels. Chocolate companies reducing the size and keeping the same price. It's not just chocolate. A pound of coffee is only 14 ounces now. Making recipes can be tricky because they assume packet sizes that aren't available. The new ones are always a few ounces less. Directv. Since the AT&T thing, they're terrible. Victoria's Secret. I used to get all my underwear there. The 5 for $25 was a great deal, and the underwear was decent quality. Now, it's like 5 for $27 and the underwear usually starts to fall apart after a wash or two. I don't even bother buying their lacy underwear anymore. They snag and tear so easily. The quality is the same but the size of Mars bars in Canada appears to me to have diminished by like 25% compared to 5 years ago. Amazon. You have to sift through pages of garbage with company names like QYOOO and WPOFZ that have identical crap products that will set your house on fire even though it's just a mixing bowl. Yeah, they really need to split out the Amazon marketplace from actual stuff. Cadbury's chocolate. Totes gone to crap since the co was bought by Kraft. Dr. Martens. Saddleback leather company. YouTube unfortunately, both consumer side, so much dumb stuff being recommended, constant irritating bugs, and creator side, need I say more? I watch some weird stuff to put on my playlist and YouTube recommends top 1000 Fortnite fails super epic edition. Pyrex baking dishes are now so cheap they can explode if used for their intended purpose of baking. I'm seriously wondering how I'm going to survive as a lone, or married, adult in 5-10 years. Most of my mom's cooking equipment is 15-25 years old, and when something breaks, it can be near impossible to find a replacement that won't break in less than a year. Fortunately all of our old Pyrex is still intact. Merrell hiking shoes. Though they have a great replacement policy, the quality has tanked. This problem led me to Salomon shoes, which I am grateful for. I found a brand new pair of Merrell hiking shoes in my father's house after he passed away. Lo and behold, they were my size so I took them. To this day, they were the most comfortable pair of shoes I have ever worn in my life. They lasted for about 2 years and I went out and bought another pair of Merrells. They were not nearly as comfy although they did last for a while as well. TiVo. Awkward user interface. It went from something designed for the user's interests to now something designed to maximize its monetization stream. And it is extremely obvious. I've owned every TiVo since Series 1. This may be the last. I honestly didn't realize TiVo still exists since digital video recording is everywhere now. Almost every single food chain I know of, it seems like even the ones I like, I still think to myself, I remember this being better 15 years ago. Converse. They fall apart after 3 months now. Snapchat. The initial versions of the app were actually pretty dope, but ever since they started making money and eventually went public, only to have their stock price diminish, they've sucked so bad. Almost every new feature of the app makes it look like there was zero user research that went into it. I had to stop using it. You swipe to look at friends' stories and 90% of the page is the sponsored content and you have to swipe in one row to see who has posted. Just a mess. American Girl dolls. Had them when I was younger and 20 years later they're still like brand new, also because I took care of them, but the actual quality went down. I worked at a flagship store for a while and you could just see it quickly plummeting. The vinyl is thinner and more squishy, the hair sheds like crazy, feels waxy, and THW wigs aren't as full so there's a lot of thin spots to work around. Some new outfits look like they were made by a Midwestern mom from a Joann's discount 18-inch doll pattern. They can't seem to find the right look between Disney tween and toddler for their clothes. Target ages 8. Fabrics and silhouettes would be repeated back to back. The sneakers, which used to be made similar to regular shoes, maybe a canvas upper and rubber lower, are now all stiff rubber and just have glitter glued onto it. They're a pain to get on the doll's feet too. The books for Girl of the Year line really lack in substance, unlike the Be Forever lines which touched on important social topics and struggles kids really go through. The books went from hardcover to hearty softcover to the thin softcover you'd find in an elementary school classroom that rip easily. Also, I'm just not a fan of the illustrations they've been using since partnering with Scholastic. Also, they started selling their dolls in Kohl's and Toys R Us, LOL, and other places. They constantly try to come off as high-end, but the quality of both the product and the way they sell it, even down to the disorganization running the stores, shows otherwise. I have a lot of doll feelings apparently. I've been helping my parents downsize before they move and I found an AG catalog from 1990. They were so amazing back then. Literally every major brand appliance at Home Depot at Lowe's. They are all cheaply made specifically to sell at low prices the big box stores demand. Read any review on any appliance. Most of them are rated 4.5 stars and up. However, the majority of these high reviews are either from people who just got this last week and it works amazing, or they were offered some sort of rebate for a review. Those usually say something like this review was part of a promotion or some garbage. Go deeper and look for all the reviews for people who have owned the appliance for at least a year. I guarantee the majority of them talk about how the machine failed after a few months, how the customer service basically told them to get bent, and how they would never buy from X brand or Y store again. It's sad. I don't trust a single big ticket item those stores sell. Tim Hortons. Their sandwiches are crap now. They used to be a nice cafe, but now they are Dunkin' Donuts with sandwiches. All of them, really. Once the marketing and finance people take over the reins from the idea people, it's all downhill from there. Cable TV as a whole. I didn't have cable for 5 years after I graduated high school, but when I finally tried to use cable again, all my favorite channels just run reruns of the same show or movies from the 90s all day until the prime time slot. I loved Cartoon Network and their variety of programming when I was young. When I tried cable after 5 years it was just Teen Titans Go, from 8 AM until Adult Swim, every day. Same with Comedy Central running that 70s show all day. I cancelled after a month and have just stuck with streaming ever since. Amazon. I know it's not products, but their customer service and Prime benefits have gone downhill. I am going out of town on Sat, and I ordered a bunch of cold weather stuff on Monday to help with the trip. All of it Prime saying it would be here wed. Stuff ships on Tuesday saying it won't be here till Sat. Guy on the phone tells me I am wrong and Saturday was always the delivery date and that there is nothing he can do. A&W Burgers. Their burgers used to be like Five Guys. Fresh and had a old-fashioned home-style flavor, you know, like a real burger. Then they got bought by Pizza Hut or KFC or whatever, and now their burgers are basically microwave crap similar to McDonald's or Jack in the Box. Under Armour got worse and worse with their stitch quality. That said, the last couple years, Adidas has really improved their Tech Fit line, so much so that I've largely made the transition over to their stuff. Amazon and their fake or counterfeit products. You know what went downhill with Amazon though is the delivery. The Amazon hired AMZL I think it's called. Delivery is just terrible in every way. Weather Channel both on TV and online is completely useless. It used to be our go-to for weather but no more. It's so over-dramatized and commercialized. Blizzard, sadly. I'd say the style of the North Face has gone downhill in terms of it used to be a solid cold weather clothing store and now it's all about fashion and gold metallic coats. That reminds me, I just got a new North Face jacket that's basically a re-release of the one they had in 1996. It's big, puffy, and warm. This is the goodest flyboy. He will bring you 10 years of happiness in exchange for a like on this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.